we're always talking about the importance of relationship. And really what I want to say in this right here, as I'm trying to get the live started, sorry, it's giving me a hiccup and it just crashed on me and I don't know why my browser keeps doing this stuff. Okay. Um, this is why we build relationships with everybody, not just people in our company and not just people that we think we can sign up. Many times I heard people, well, they're already signed up. I with the company. What good are they to me and stuff like that. And that is not the case at all. I have friends in every single company. I use so many different companies' products. I refer to other people. Like if I can't help the person, I'm going to refer them. I'm going to refer them to you. I refer people to Coach Jenny. Jenny's amazing with people. And you learn who you can trust that will take care of people. That if it's like I can't help this person here, talk to my friend and stuff like that. And we're all on the same side. And the moment we really realize that we are all on the same side, that we're all here to help each other, that's when everything's going to change for this industry too. That's when uh because if what is it, Jennifer, it's a house divided cannot stand. A house divided cannot stand.
Yeah. A rising,
Yeah,
something I tell my team, a rising tide raises all ships.
that's it.
So I love this industry. I get chills. I love this industry. When it's done right, it is the best,
Yep.
the most noble profession there is. And I believe that with every ounce
Yep.
of my fiber.
Yep.
When it's done wrong, though, it is not good. And the worst thing that we can do is tell people it's easy.
Oh,
It's
it's not.
not easy.
Mm-mm.
It's just worth it.
Right. That's it. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
But neither is life. If you go to a job, which I loved, like I worked for social services for years,
Recording in
Right.
progress.
Right.
but and again, I just feel so strongly about that, and it 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 hurts my soul when network marketing companies, because the outside world, and I know we're not all network marketing, but most of us are here.
Right.
The outside was like, yep, another one of those going down.
Yep.
So don't hope for, don't wish for, don't pray for other
Right.
network marketing companies to go down. What I pray for, anyways, is that the good ones, because there are so many good ones. There are bad, but there's bad construction companies. There's bad, like Nina's the hairdresser. There's bad hairdressers out there. Nina,
Right.
there's bad hairdressers out there, right?
That's what
There,
started her career was a bad haircut.
yes. Ah,
Yeah, those are the worst, right? Like
right?
completely.
There she
So,
is.
yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
thank you. Thanks. I didn't
yeah.
want to.
No, and I'm glad we talked about that because I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and go, Elizabeth, and and here's the thing. This industry is absolutely amazing. And this is why, Tom always taught us, Tom's on here. He's kind of hiding, but he always taught us, I worked for contact mapping for 5 years. Okay. And Jenny and a bunch of us came over here when Nowsite acquired us. And this is why you always build your team in relationship. This is why you always have your own list. That's why you always pull out that list out from the back of your company all the time and put it into your own system where you have access to all of your names and numbers and everything else, because your team is an asset. It's not what you just built for the company. You built something that's an asset for you. And what network marketing is an asset income. Richard Blissbrook, the way he teaches it, is that if you want to know the worth of your business, if you're ever going to sell your line, or because it's willable and it's sellable, that it's 200 times, or times the number 200 by your monthly income, and that is the worth of your company, of your business. So if you're going to sell your line, so think about it. If you make $1,000 a month, times it by 200, that's a nice income. That's a nice asset income. This isn't just like going to a job like Jennifer said. I worked with that company for 5 years, loved it, would have never gone anywhere else. I mean, I love our mission and our values. And our mission and values are people first. The BLTSs: belong, love, trust, and save. And that's what we do. And that's what we do in our businesses here. And it's the most important thing. And if you build like that, trust me, even if something does go wrong, your team will go with you and you guys will do something else together. But, in having multiple streams of income, this could happen at a job, this could happen anywhere. This is why we do multiple streams of income. This is why we have multiple things coming in. And this is why we have a relationship with each other also. Because if anything ever like that happens, trust me, people are going to call you. The ones that love you are going to call you and talk to you and get your advice. So, all right. Well, let's do this. First of all, welcome everybody to the Nowsite My AI training. And I want to show you a couple of different things today that I was looking at. So when I went onto Facebook today, I go and check out my things on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and all this stuff. And I go and look at stuff. And then I think about what are people doing that is working that I can bring over here to you to show you. And one of the things that we need to make sure of is that we are getting lots of eyeballs on our post, right? The more eyeballs on our post, the more possibility for conversations, the more possibility for conversations, the more possibility that somebody will be interested in our product or business. Does everybody agree with that one? Wave your hand if you agree with that. Yeah? Okay. All right. So with that, how do we get more eyeballs on our posts? Now, it's not by going buy my product, 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 buy my product. Okay. It's not that. It is by a couple of different things. And if you keep these in mind every time you're making your post, you'll be golden. Okay. Number one, are you giving value? Number two, are you inspiring thought? Those are two right there. Are you giving value? Are you inspiring thought? And number three, are you having conversations? Those are the big ones. Okay. Now, are you giving value? We give value many different ways. First of all, talking about the person that we used to be and what we've overcome. We also give value by sharing just the gratitude that we have for what we do. That's going to be one of the posts today that I'm going to show. So what we've overcome, giving gratitude to who we've helped, what we do, that kind of thankfulness will also give value. Tips and training. Mike's lost 70 pounds. If he does tips on what he's doing to keep the weight off on his social media, that will work really well for him, right? In his weight loss business. So these are things to think about in that area. Now, inspiring thought and conversation. How do we do that one? Well, asking questions is it. And I want to show you two posts of asking questions and one gratitude testimonial post to give you some ideas. Now, for Wednesdays, some of the things that we can do, hashtags for the Wednesdays can be Wealth Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. And a couple of other things I'd love for you to do is, first of all, type into the chat a hashtag for Wednesday that you may use. So Jennifer, I'd love to hear some of yours. Mike, Jenny, any of you that have a Wednesday hashtag, throw it in the chat for me. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you where you can find, and I'm going to show you these couple of different posts, and then I'll show you how you make them in the Nowsite system. Now, here is the thing. First of all, let me make sure. Lorenzo, I want to talk to you. I haven't seen you in forever. So good to see you, honey. All right. So, we're going to come over here. I'm going to show you where you're going to find your replay. First of all, inspiration. Mike wants inspiration. Love it. Okay. All right. So first of all, that's not it. That's not it. This is it. Okay. Sorry. Things are out of order. Okay. This is where you're going to find your replay. This is the official corporate Nowsite group. The official corporate Nowsite group. This is where you're going to find your replay. This is also where you're going to find upcoming information. It's super important. So, right here, we have another thing about video tomorrow, July 18th at 12 noon Eastern time. So you won't want to miss that. And this is where you're going to find those announcements at, right? So official corporate Nowsite group. If you want to know more about me, my name is Elizabeth Larson. I am a personal and business transformation coach, teacher, trainer, speaker, author, network marketing professional. I have been building online, different businesses for a long time. And I started off in a little essential oil company that's not so little, and started there teaching social media from their stages with websites and blogging and how to build relationships online. And I have been doing that for a very, very long time. So please feel free to see all of my posts. My posts are made with the Nowsite system, the My AI system. When you see these cool photos with words, that's made with them. The posts are made with them. All of my stuff is made with the Nowsite system. And what I would love for you to do is that if you ever are not inspired and you don't know what you want to post, come over to mine, like do a make it my own from any of mine, feel free. And yeah, that will be great. Now, let's go to the next thing. So let's talk about some of these posts, right? When we talk about an inspiration post and gratitude, oh, where'd you go? Oh, where'd you go? All right. I can't believe that it left. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Okay. Let me see if I can find his Debbie. I think it's Debbie. Is it Deb? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that Facebook left it. Okay. Well, I'm hoping to find his wife, but oh, there, he's got it on hers too. Okay. So this is my friend Jeff, and Jeff is in a health and wellness company. And he shared this post about one of the ladies that he works with. Okay. And so I wanted to showcase this post because this is a great way of putting themselves together. And I'm going to show you some different things of what you can do with this. First of all, he has the before and after, right? So when you see a dramatic before or after, or you have before and after testimonials in your company that you can use, don't post them all the time where all like somebody gets is that, because then it's just like it becomes too much. But what you can do here is when you do a post, I'll share with you what they said. We love sharing what we do. Each and every one of these transformations are so important and heartfelt to us, knowing we were able to witness and being there for them and cheering them on for their entire journey. When I read that, I immediately thought of Coach Jenny. I was just like, did Coach Jenny write this? Because literally, I mean, that's the kind of thing, right? It's like, how important is that transformation to you? Now, I would have used more white space here, so it would have broke it up a little bit more, make it a little easier to digest. Morgan is definitely leading by example. We're so proud of her and thankful she said yes. You know what to do if you're ready. Just private message myself, Jeff, or Debbie, and we'll get you dialed in on exactly what you need to achieve your goals. It's simple and you're going to have tons of support and it's delivered to your front step. Okay, so that's a very, very easy way of talking about your product on the 20% side if you want to do that. One of the other ways that you could have done this, though, or they could have done this, is that our products speak for themselves when you see the results that they create. I would have made that the ending, and right in between those two things, I would have had her give a blurb of what her life was before on day one and what her life is like after, right? That would have been the difference, right? I would have given more of her story within it. So the way you could do one of these testimonial posts is Coach Jenny could showcase one of her people and say, you know, this person, I'm so proud of this person, which she has great posts like that before, right? So she could say, I love doing what I do. Each and every one of these transformations is so important and heartfelt to me. And just knowing I was able to be there for them and cheer them on for your journey. And then say, congratulations to the person's name, and then have their blurb underneath of it of what it was like for them. That is one really great way of doing that. Now, how do you do that in the Nowsite system? You're going to come over here to social media and you would use caption my image. And then you would say, write a post of how I'm so proud of so-and-so for the weight loss that she had. And then that would give you that very first part up here. And then you can put the person's story, whoever lost the weight, right underneath of that in the same post. Brilliant posts like that. So for Jennifer, Jennifer has a hero product in her company. She could do the exact same thing. If she has a testimonial about, what the person looked like before, maybe after getting their blood sugar under control with the product or starting to feel better or whatever it is. If she has that before and after picture, she can do that exact same thing. But the key to this is it's not just putting, oh, they lost weight. It's putting, I'm proud of them, and then putting their story in there. Everybody understand that? Does that make sense to everybody for your testimonial? So this will work really well for you, Diane, as well. All right. Okay, now let's go over to 2 ways that you can make your algorithm better and get more eyeballs on there using questions. Okay, 2 ways that we can get more eyeballs on our post using questions. All right, I'm going to come back over here. And that's not it. Okay, we're going to go over here because I lost the other one too. I don't know why Facebook keeps resetting itself on me. All right. Steve, you'll love this. Where's Steve? There's Steve. Okay, so Steve coaches men. All right. Steve coaches men and helps them after bad breakups, helps them become who they once were. So Katie here made a post, men, what makes you feel most loved by your wife partner? Okay. There's 228 comments on this. And when you start looking at all the comments, I want to put all comments. There is a wealth of conversations in here. A wealth of conversations. And if Katie went backwards and started talking to each one of those people, commenting back and having questions, she would probably get at least 20 or 30 Zooms out of that many conversations, at least. It is incredible, all the conversations. Look at that. Now, why are there so many conversations on this post? Because, Steve, why were there so many comments on this post? From a man's point of view, tell me why you would comment on this post.
Oh, it's a great question because it just explains, it just questions how do we feel when we feel loved by women. So it's a great question. I'm gonna post that
Right,
with women.
exactly. Yep,
Right?
yep.
It's a great question.
So another great question could be on the ladies' side. So, ladies, what can we do as men to help you feel more loved, honored, and respected? There's another one. So why do this with your business? Because what this does is 2 things. It starts conversations, which everything ultimately starts with a conversation. Some of the best business builders you probably have wasn't because you automatically talked about the product at first. You probably had a conversation about something else first that ended up leading to the product or the business at some point, right? That's what this does. Here's the second thing that it does. It tells Facebook that people are interested in you and what you have to say, and Facebook puts your posts more out. And if you get a post like this, where it's a conversation and a question, and you start getting a lot of hits on this, this is what's going to happen. Your next posts are going to be seen more by more people because Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of those things are going to think that people want to see this and they want to keep everybody on that platform as much as they can. So they're going to show more of what they think people want to see. People want to see this. I got to get this over to more people. That's what the algorithm's going to say. So if you want to get more eyeballs on posts, ask a question today where you'll start a lot of conversations. But here's the key to this. Don't do this unless you have time to actually be on the post and talk back and forth, because that's the only way this works. You can't make the post and just do the questions unless you have a lot of algorithm already. All right. So let's go ahead and do a post today. So again, do a testimonial post, do a wisdom post, do a post with a question, any of those. It's kind of a free post day. I gave you a whole bunch of different ideas of doing posts. Let's go ahead and make our post. I'm going to do one right here on our Nowsite platform so everybody knows how to do this. And so we're going to come over here, and the way we make that short text post is we do this. We do short text post and say, please make me, I said please to the AI. Adrian does that. I learned that from him. Okay. Please make me a post. I thought it was so awesome too. And his response, and it was like, why are you doing that? And his response was so cute. He was like, I don't want the AI to come after me someday. He was just joking, but it was just, I was cracking up. It's like, oh, I'll be nice to the AI. Please make me a post under 130 characters without hashtags. I'll put my own in. Asking people to answer this question. And why don't we just directly use hers? How about that? How about if we just use hers? Men, what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner? Okay, let's just do that. Let's just take hers. Okay. All right, let's hit generate. When we do, men, what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner? I would take the thinking back to my own journey loves amazes me. I would take that out personally. If you don't like the original way that it does it, you can always hit generate again. Men, what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner? I don't like that one either. And the cool thing is you can hit generate as many times. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Okay, and you can hit generate as many times as you want until you find the one you exactly like, right? All right. Eldon, so cool that you're here, even though you're in the car. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit the colored background. I'm going to make a color. We're going to do orange today. I'm going to paste. Now, if the colored background goes away, I have too many characters. Boop. The AI doesn't quite get the 130 characters. Okay. So I am going to take out this little middle part right here because that's not really what I want, but I want the rest of it. And that's the cool thing is that now I could have left it exactly the way it was, or, and I'm going to take out the emojis. Men, what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner? Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Or you can put, let me know in the comments below, however you want to do that. Then just hit next and next. Boom, done. Now, remember, the key to this is, so if I do this, Steve, where's Steve? Steve, where are you? You're off camera. So Steve, if he goes in, or Mike, where's Steve? There's Steve. Steve, go make a comment on this and tell me what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner, okay? And then I'm going to show everybody what they do from there. Can you do that real quick?
Yep.
Too hard on your phone? So Steve's going to make a comment on this. So what's going to end up happening is he makes the comment. As soon as I know about that comment, I want to immediately go over there and comment on his comment with another question. Okay. Address what he said, ask another question. Now, Mike, you're going to go do the same thing if you don't mind helping me out here. So Mike's going to go and make a comment too and say what makes him feel most loved, right? And then I'm going to immediately go and comment on that. Now, Johnny here, when he goes and comments on my post, I'm going to wait just a little bit because the algorithm is already seeing some activity. So I'm going to wait just a little bit, and then I'm going to hit that with a comment and a question, and I'm going to kick it back up into the news feed again. Okay. Then Lorenzo's going to go and comment on it. Lorenzo, I hope you do. And then when he does it, I'm going to wait just a little bit. And then I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to kick it back up again, right? Each time you comment on the comment or you comment on the post, it kicks it back up into the newsfeed. That's how you see those posts that are like 3 years old and all of a sudden it's back in the newsfeed and you're like, that's so bizarre. Why is that in the newsfeed, right? All right, so let's come over here. Okay, here's Steve's thought. When she's excited to see me when I come through the door. Now there's two things I can do. I can use the help me reply if I want. You know, if you want the help to reply, you can use that. I love this. What is something she can greet you with to make you feel special?
That's a loaded question.
I just realized that. Oh
You
boy.
don't want to know
Okay.
my answer.
Oh boy. All right. Okay.
For a
Steve wants
minute
to
there,
know.
for a minute there, I thought this was a setup.
I'll be good, Elizabeth. I'll be good.
You'll be good. Okay, for the sake of this training, you'll be good. Oh my gosh, I'm almost scared to post that now, but okay. So ask a question. You might want to consult and make sure it's not loaded after all. I didn't even think about that, but gotta fix my spelling. Okay. All right. So there's the comment back. I do that immediately. Now I wait for Mike, then I do his immediately. Then when Johnny makes his post on there, wait just a little bit and then do that with a question back. And remember, the other thing that you want to remember always in commenting is ask a question back. Because if Jennifer and I start having a conversation, let's just say we met at a coffee shop or something. Hey, how you doing? What'd you get? Oh, I got a mocha and oh, what'd you get? Yeah, I got a cappuccino or whatever. And if she doesn't say something back, conversation just stopped, right? Kind of awkward, right? That's like social media. Think about your social media comments as conversations that you're having with somebody. What would be the natural next progression thing that you would want to say to somebody? That's a really great way to do that. And then you'll have a lot more conversations on there. All right, we're going to do our 5 minutes and get those done real quick. Let's do, I'm going to put the timer up, but if you have questions, you can raise your digital hand. I thought I was like, Jenny was like this, and I was like, she doesn't have her digital hand anymore for some reason. But let me get the timer started. If you have questions, raise your digital hand so we can get your questions answered. When we come back, I would love to show some of your questions or your testimonial post. Whatever you decide to post, please do that. Steve, you got a smirk on your face. I am almost scared to go back, Jennifer. I'm scared to go back and
Yeah.
look at the post.
I used almost the same question with the same background when I posted, and I didn't even see yours. So
Oh
that's
my
on
gosh,
me.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome.
that's
Yay.
so funny.
You know what was really cool though? People have been taking me up on the make it my own by going over to mine and then and snapping it and then doing the make
Yeah,
it my own. And then on my news feed, I'll see some of the photos that I've made on my AI. And I'm like, that's so cool. So yeah,
yeah.
I just love it. That's awesome.
It would. This was just random. I had no idea you were posting that. And it was funny, the same color, and I just put up a similar question.
It's awesome. Yay. I can't wait to see your results because you have a great male following. And so it'll be interesting to see, like tomorrow, if we can look at your post and see how that ends up working out for you. That'll be great.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping 200.
That, yeah, I mean, that's really great. One of these that happened when I first started learning this, she had like 734 comments on it already by the time I found it. Yeah. Jenny.
Oh, I just wanted to share my post
Oh, you want to share your post?
and
Yay.
and the one thing I wanted to say about it was I chose one picture to stick in there and have AI write a post for me, and then I added some things to bring in the other points, and then
Oh.
didn't save the photo because it was only one. It would only take one, and then I added the three, put the three in together.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out. Quick question answered real quick first. Linda, yes, you could make it generic. The problem, and I would make it generic. I wouldn't talk about my company name when doing a post like that. You know, Jenny's, you'll never see the company and stuff like that. She just talks about because for first of all, you're the brand, but second of all, if you put your company name into it immediately, they don't need you. They can just go look it up. They'll do their own research. There's Google, you know, people Google everything. So Linda, I would make it generic, yes. But and the one other thing about making it generic is you can't go and use another company's testimonial post for your company. I shouldn't have to say that, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows we don't do that, right? Okay. All right. Let me see if Paula has a question. Then we're gonna go Jenny for as soon as the 5 minutes is up to share her post.
Sure.
Paul, did you have a question?
Yes, Elizabeth, thank you. I posted it earlier, but going to Facebook, I think I'm still learning basics. When you do a post, you
Yeah.
want to go to the, I guess, boost or something like that to try and open it up to the public. Otherwise, it just goes to your friends or something, right? But then you talk about Facebook going ahead and expanding the algorithm. So I'm
Right.
not sure whether you drive it or whether they drive it.
Perfect. Great question, first of all. I don't do boosts. However, if you start getting enough of a following, you are correct in a couple of things. So let me tell you this. When you make a post, only people who are your friends or followers on your list will see it. That is correct. If you have 100 people, a percentage of those will see it. If you have 1,000 people, a percentage of those will see it. It's never shown to every single person. Okay. So the way we're talking about increasing your algorithm is that more of the people on your friends and followers are seeing that. Now, when you get to a certain point that Facebook sees that you are that people want to see your stuff, they'll make suggested post. They'll make a suggested thing. They pull posts from other places, from people that are not your followers, and they'll say, you know, follow this person, works with digital creators. So when you have a professional account, so you take your profile as and make it a professional account, and I can show you how to do that if you want. But if Facebook will actually start making suggested things for you for suggested followers.
That wasn't me.
Again. That is so bizarre. Okay. So
But okay,
now there's one way to get to people that are not your followers, and that's through Reels. If you do Reels, it's not subjected to only your friends and followers. It goes to everybody that Facebook thinks will be interested in it.
okay. So the basic thing is just do a standard Facebook post. Don't worry about taking it outside the group or outside your friends, that Facebook will go ahead and do that. Priority is for your friends to talk with you and get in a conversation.
Yeah, and build that following through that. And one other way that's a great way of building your following is also in groups. When you go to Facebook groups and you post a lot in Facebook groups and you're active in groups, because people will see who you are, they'll go over to your profile and may friend or follow you there as well. So that's another great tip to be able to do that.
How do we find those groups? Do we,
Great question. And then Jenny, are you ready right after this, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
So when you come over here, look at this. PJ, I love your post. Yay, women, what makes you feel most loved by your husband, partner? Can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna write some things on that. Okay. All right, when you come over here to groups over on the left-hand side, when you're on your regular news feed, there's a place called groups right here. And you can search groups. You can find out, different areas, different things that you want. So let's say girl camping. Maybe you're a girl and you like to camp. Okay, so there's girl camper. That's a group that I am actually a part of. It's all girls that camp, and there's no men. And that's not an offense. It's just all girls that camp, and some of them, most of them are actually single, and all of them camp in their RVs and go all over the travel and stuff like that. And so it's a group that I like to be a part of. And so the suggestion, if you're going to start building your business through groups, is first of all, don't spam groups. Don't go in and try to post all your stuff because they'll throw you right out. But what you do is you create relationships and conversations in those groups. And it works really, really great. And so as you do that, people see your post and like, who is that person? And go click and go over to your profile. And then will many times friend or follow you. And I've gotten some great business that way. So that works well as well. Jenny, can I share your post real quick, honey?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Where's your link?
It's
That's
in
okay.
there.
Why don't I
Oh,
see?
shoot.
That's all right.
I
I
do.
know how to spell your name. I can
It's
find
right
it.
there.
I can find it.
I,
All
I
right.
put it in there and never hit enter.
All right. So let's share this and come over here. All right. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Yesterday's walk in the mountains was an absolute blast. There's something so invigorating about fresh mountain air and breathtaking views with this adorable little pit stop for my furry friend. Oh, that's Diane. Okay. Today I was out early with a local park walk, connecting with nature and spending quality time with loved ones, and are truly the best ways to start the day off right. I need to get glasses, man. Let me increase that font size. Okay. How's your Wednesday shaping up? Are you doing anything special to connect with nature or spending time with those you care about? Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments. I think you got a typo there. How do you start your
all
day?
right.
What do you
Oh.
do when you just need a break? Right after just what do you do when you just need a break? I would put, let me know in the comments below. I need some new ideas.
Okay.
You'll get a lot more posts out of that.
Okay.
Great job.
Thanks.
All right. All right. All right. I'm seeing that. Okay, so I've already got 6 comments on here, right? And thanks guys for that so much. So what I'm going to do is, again, I go back over to so Lorenzo was actually my second, or Mike, either one. The second one that I do is I just go ahead and hit that, do the question again for the second one, so it kicks it right back up into the algorithm again. So look at this one right here. For Lorenzo, his answer is, remember the question, Min, what makes you feel most loved by your wife, partner? Can't wait to hear your thoughts. When she cooks me a meal that I've been waiting for a while. Wonderful. I agree with that. What is your favorite meal? All right, now I'm going to ask him back. Okay. So I have the second one. Now I'm going to wait a little bit for the third one because remember, I want to kick it back up into the algorithm again. And then the fourth one, I'm going to kick it back up again. Okay. But already getting comments on there, and this will actually be a lot of fun today. So, all right, PJ, let's go over to you, honey.
So you do these conversations on your comments. You keep asking questions and you
Yep.
keep the conversation going. When do you know it's time to go into like a private message, like Messenger, to talk to someone?
Perfect question. And Jennifer, you're going to come on with this one as well to talk about what you do too. So for me personally, when the conversation is enough where I feel comfortable within myself saying, hey, and asking them something privately. So let's use Steve, because he was the first one who commented on there. So Steve answers, we're talking back and forth, and then I find and then I ask the question to some kind of effect like, find out he's a coach or something. Whatever it is that I find out about him through there, I can go, or I look at his profile. If I haven't found anything yet, I will go look at his profile and then find out, oh, he's a coach in this. Then I can send him a private message. Hey, I see you're a coach. Or, hey, thanks for your comments on my post. Appreciated the support. I see that you're a coach. What exactly do you coach in? And start the conversation the rest of the way over there. So it's not about going over to his messenger and saying, oh, now that we've had this conversation in the comments, buy my product. You're going to love this, and unfortunately, that's what a lot of people do, right? But it's, hey, I see your this from your profile page, or I take something that he said on my comment and then I bring the conversation over there. And now we're having conversation there. And the goal of having conversation in the messenger is that I can say, hey, you know what? I would love to have a coffee Zoom or something with you, or a coffee FaceTime. Are you available sometime this week? And it's casual and it's easy and it doesn't sound silly, because literally, I don't know if Steve's ever going to be right. Steve is Jennifer's downline, by the way. Don't go recruit Steve, okay? But is it okay for me to say that? Just don't do that. So this is hypothetical. But, I won't know if Steve is right for what. But as I continue conversation with Steve, I can see if there's something I can help him with. And when I come from the servant leader position of, I may be able to connect him with somebody, I may be able to do something. Hey, maybe we just hanging out and having friends and getting to know each other. And again, like what happened with Rodan and Fields, they made a big major change that affected all of their distributors. Those people that have great relationships will be the ones that are getting the phone calls from people who are like, okay, I'm going to have to do something else. And so that's what it's about, is creating those relationships in there. Does that make sense, PJ?
Yeah, it does. Thanks.
Good. Jennifer, do you want to chime in on that real quick?
I love what you said, Elizabeth. Absolutely. Great question, PJ. And all business is conversation,
right?
Relationships. And yes, so I try to keep the conversation in the comment field related to what it's about. And then exactly what Elizabeth said. I go to their profile. I'm like, hey, I see that you blah, 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 do whatever. I would love to learn more about that. How long have you been doing it? It's a kind of a take on form. If you guys,
Right.
the questions that we ask people, I love it. I use Lord, that just my faith, and it's location, occupation, recreation, and dreams of the heart. It's similar to form, but I think it was Fraser that I learned that Lord from. So I just love that. But it's also, Tom Chenault as well, just asking about being, I always try to work on being interested and not interesting.
Right.
So great question. But I try to take it up, and then I try to get it out of Messenger onto a live conversation, either via Zoom or if they live anywhere close to me. Because I love friends. I love people.
Right.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Love that. Love that. All right. Thanks for your question, PJ. All right. Any other questions today? Make the screen bigger. Okay. The music must be attached to the timer when yeah, it may be, Joy. I'm gonna have to go look at, but but I've been using this timer forever and it hasn't happened. This is just a new thing. So something happened in there. All right, let me look and make sure there's no other questions in the chat. Perfect. All right, I think I have all the questions answered. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here so I can go to my next meeting. Remember, we do have a meeting Wednesday. We have Ask Wednesday. with Cheryl that's going to be starting here shortly. So if you need questions about the websites or the email campaigns or any of the other stuff, how do you save a photo from Canva? You click at the top right, share, and then download. So share and then download. Yay. Okay, we got one last question in. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. Remember, we do a different demo every single day. We do a different idea, talking about different ways of building on social media, so you get the conversations that are actually going to move the needle on your business. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Bye, everybody.